You're muted.
I'm muted?
Now you're not.
It mutes everybody whenever the intro is playing.
Yeah, but whatever word you first said there, it was.
I didn't say anything. I was just
okay.
taking a deep breath to say, hi, we're back after 2 weeks.
We forget what we're doing. It'll be fine.
You notice I changed my opening sentence. You know why I did that? Look at the live chat. Because I'm picking on somebody. I didn't say my normal. Chris Smith. That's good. Good evening, Truck and Tractor Pull fans. That's what he wants to hear. I'm going to say. So,
I mean, it is what we've said for 120 plus shows. So
120, yeah, 120. But only 2 with Tommy Agee.
Correct.
That's right. The world. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna start it right now. The world famous Chatham, Virginia, Tommy Agee, man. You know Olin's got you now, buddy. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not near as famous as they are.
Richard's about to get real famous. I better not pick on him, or he won't do the show. So,
yeah,
I promised I wouldn't pick on him. But anyway, good evening, Kendra.
Yes.
How are you?
I am doing wonderful. We're out of January, so our first deadline's over. Still working crazy hours, and I'm ready to go pulling.
Yeah.
Gonna work really, really hard to be able to be at Keystone at least 2 of the nights. I think it's gonna happen. So that's given me something to look forward to. So
yeah, good old Keystone. Yep, that's coming soon.
Very soon.
Keeping me on my toes right now. Wow. Love the videos. Impresses me every time. Thank you. And April Puffenbarger, how are you?
Speaking of Keystone, I'm sure they'll be there.
No.
They're never there.
She was the first ticket buyer. She was the very first ticket buyer. Reserve seating. She was the number 1, the first one. Tommy Agee, how are you doing, buddy?
Good. Good.
Anybody doesn't know who Tommy is? Southwestern Antique Tractor Association Vice President. And I guess pretty much we're just going to call you the leader for the Chatham event, I guess.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Yep. That's right. That's why you're here.
You're the one on the show.
You're the one on the show. But this is year number 3, I believe, for the Chatham event. Doggone it. That's all I got. I want to go so bad. I really do. Maybe something will happen that I can. But as of right now, I cannot go, and it sucks. But I'll definitely be back next year. Anyway, tell us a little bit, Tommy. Any changes from the event from last year or the first couple of years, or?
Not a whole lot. We're doing the bracket pull again on Thursday to kick it off. We're bringing back team pulling. We did it the first year.
Yes.
We didn't do it last year, but we brought it back. We'll be doing that after the bracket pull on Thursday. We had a lot of requests to bring that back.
Yeah, that team pulling's cool. That's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Then we'll have about the same classes on Friday and Saturday as we've had the last 2 years.
Hopefully, get some. The weather's usually not too bad down there. So.
Yeah, the last two years we've been really lucky with the weather. So
yeah,
I think you're far enough. Again.
Yeah, you're far enough south in Virginia. It's a little different climate.
Yeah.
If you were up here, you don't know what you're going to get. But.
It just depends. Some orchards are pretty rough around here, but the last couple of years it's been pretty nice.
Awesome, and I'm sure you'll have plenty of states represented there. Once again, I'm sure you got kind of an idea, like who all may be,
Yeah, yeah. I've had several: Indiana, Ohio, of course, Maryland, and PA, and a bunch of Tennessee.
Maryland pullers, really?
Yeah, wow. Yeah. A few of them show up.
They're troublemakers, just so you know that.
Then our friend from Canada, he's coming back. He called me a couple weeks ago.
Cool.
So he'll be there.
Yep.
It's several, and I think it's going to be a bunch come from Michigan again. From what we've been hearing, it's going to be even bigger than last year. So we're trying to get prepared.
You go ahead and start adding days if it keeps up. They get a lot of hooks in there. I'm gonna tell you what, Kendra. But they keep it moving. I will say that much.
Yeah, we had about 1,100 hooks last year.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a lot of antiquing.
Two tracks. Yep. Yeah, it's there's really no downtime, until the pool's done. So.
And we this year we're getting 2 decision maker sleds.
Mm-hmm.
The mini rod sled will be there for the 4 and 5 mile an hour stuff this year.
Okay.
And then one of their big sleds will be doing the fast side again.
Yeah, I think the blue one, Ray's coming down with that now.
I believe so. Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
I know it's one of them.
Yeah, it's Ray. I'm sure it's Ray. At least that's what I've heard anyway. So, that's great. And hotels in the area, I guess, is still minimal, but
yeah, I got an email from the hotel one day last week, and he said the closest hotel is pretty well booked up. Then the Quality Inn on down the road still got several rooms, but they're filling up pretty quick.
You say on down the road, how far is that?
It's about 20 minutes from the arena there.
That's not terrible.
That's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the little town called Alta Vista. It's on back towards Lynchburg.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's the way I come down. Okay. Huh. I don't remember passing that. But, of course, she was paying attention when you're just point A to point B. You're pointed and going,
You're 20 minutes away and you're just ready to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you bet. You bet. Yeah. Kendra, hit him up with some questions. I got some business to go take care of here real quick.
Always the first thing I think of is sponsors. Any big sponsors you'd like to thank this year?
Yeah, we've got several lined up. I don't have the list in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I know Farm Credit. They're going to be a sponsor. Assured Comfort, there's a business right down the road there. They're helping us this year. They've helped us for the last several years on a couple of our big pulls. The Southern States right down the road, they're a sponsor. Boone Tractor, they're a Massey Ferguson dealer right down the road. They're going to help us out with some tractors and hopefully some financial sponsorship as well. So yeah, our community really come together and help us. We're pretty grateful.
That's good, because those indoor pools, they're not cheap.
No.
They're a whole different ball game. Everybody thinks a pool's a pool. It is not.
Yeah.
Indoor adds a whole nother ball game.
Yeah.
Something else I always think about for indoor pulling is you have to have good food vendors. You got some food vendors lined up, I'm assuming.
Yeah, the complex here, they take care of all of that.
Oh, good.
And they've got a guy there. He's there every year. He's really good. It's a wonderful bologna burger.
That sounds like the South right there.
Yeah.
So a hot dog that's a burger.
I didn't get one of them. I don't remember them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like we're back at Lebanon again. Got to go get you a Lebanon bologna sandwich.
Yeah.
Anything from the registration girl? Anything your registration ladies want the pullers to know before they get there? Anything different or everything business as usual?
2 words. Be nice.
Yes.
Be nice and be early.
That's one thing we require. You're going to treat them with respect. They go through a lot, and they do an excellent job. I've heard they're the best. From going to other pools and other antique pools, I can't speak for anybody else, but they do an exceptional job.
They do. Very polite.
And they get them registered really quick. As many classes as we have, they get them in and out.
Ruh-roh. I mean, root trough.
Oh yeah. They have a killer pork chop sandwich too.
I did have one of them last year. They're very good. Yep.
Say a pork chop and bologna are the opposite ends of the spectrum there. It's like, I hope he's not saying that that's the same thing. I was like, ooh. If I go to a steakhouse and order a pork chop, I am not going to be happy if a bologna sandwich comes out. I didn't know I was going to have to do questions tonight.
Yeah, with registration, we'll start registration on Thursday morning for the bracket pull. It's first come, first served to the first 64. We'll start at, I think we said 8 o'clock. And we'll get everybody registered and hopefully go to pulling by 10 and get it kicked off.
Bracket pulling is unique. I was
going to say, we've talked about bracket pulling the last 2 shows now. For everybody who doesn't know what bracket pulling is, what is bracket pulling?
Yeah, it's kind of like a basketball bracket. We start with 64 tractors. You're randomly matched up with another tractor. And if you keep winning, you keep moving on. You've just got to edge that one guy out by an inch and you move on to the next round. And you just keep getting paired up and work the bracket in. And we go from 64 to 32 to 16, 8, 4, and then the final 2.
Now, are those like speed limit classes? Is it anything?
Yes. We're going to do a 5.5 mile an hour class this year. Okay. So it's interesting. It really keeps you on your toes.
Do you start increasing the weight in the sled, or is it same sled setting every pull?
We'll change the sled if they start making full pulls. Mm-hmm. We'll adjust the sled up a little bit, but usually as long as it usually stays about the same throughout the whole pull. It depends on how much the track changes. Mm-hmm. If the track starts coming in and hooking better, we'll have to adjust the sled up a little bit, but we try to keep it about the same.
When it was all said and done, a Delmarva tractor won that bracket pull.
It did.
Yep, Mike Hitchens.
Mr. Hitchens. He won last year. So I know he had some bad luck over the weekend. So we've really been thinking about him.
Yeah. Gosh darn us. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh my goodness, had a shop burned down.
Yeah.
But, his pulling tractors weren't in there, but he did lose some equipment. So
that's what I heard. He lost a lot of equipment. A brand new truck. I mean, it was.
Yeah. It's not good.
Yeah, we really hate it for him. We've been thinking about it.
Yeah, we are, Mike. I'm sure he's not. I'm sure he's not watching. But if anybody knows Mike, send along, some condolences for him. That's any fire is a tough fire. It sucks.
He's one of the nicest guys you ever meet.
You bet. Yeah, he smooth driver, man. He was just smooth all day long in that bracket pull.
He is hard to beat.
Spot on. He's tough. And, we certainly hate that he is.
And he's exceptionally well at bracket pulling.
Oh, yeah.
So is there different strategy with bracket pulling, or is it still kind of the same as a regular pull?
It's still kind of the same. You just got to edge out your opponent. So sometimes you're pulling in front of them. Sometimes you're pulling behind them. So I've always liked to pull behind them. So if they screw up, I know what to do.
So you ain't got to sit there and wait and watch.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think the finals. It was a pair of John Deere, wasn't it? Wasn't Bobby Sloan the other finalist?
It was Mike Hitchens won. Yeah. Greg Rimley was second.
Greg Rimley. I knew it was a John Deere. Yeah.
Reuben Yount out of Kentucky on the farm ball. He was third, and Bobby Sloan was fourth.
Reuben Yount is tough. Yeah, I spent days. Of course, you edit that much footage. I'm gonna tell you what, he took home a lot of wins.
Yeah. Reuben took a lot of our money.
Yes, he did. I got to talk to him on the telephone. He ordered a set from last year, and
he's a really nice guy too.
Yeah,
don't have very tough competitors.
Yeah, and those tractors are red, Kendra, just so you know. So red. Heard that was a John Deere puller. So.
Yeah, Dad and the farm's all John Deere. So
Johnny Law. But yeah, that bracket pulling's cool. It really, I guess that would have been the first time I got to experience a bracket pull too. And it's a thing.
We've actually brought our bracket pull back for this fall. It's an outdoor pull, and we'll do another 64 tractor bracket pull in the fall in September. So we're looking forward to that as well.
Okay. How's your how many hooks do you have coming up in 23? Off the top of your head.
I think we have 7 or 8 No, I think it's 6 points pulls, and we have a couple other big pulls in there. So I think it's nine altogether, I believe.
Okay. How many entries you think you're looking at this year for the Chatham event?
We really have no idea.
Don't know yet. Okay.
I think we're prepared for about 200 tractors. So
I think you went over 200 last year.
It was right around 200.
Close. I know it was close. I talked to you out in the pits before it started. They were still rolling in.
Yeah. We almost ran out of parking last year. So
I was going to say, you just had a little bit of overwhelmed on your face when I talked to you in the pits, but I said, man, it's a good problem to have. You know, and that's,
we was a little worried where it was going to put people there for a little while. So, but it all worked out.
It's good hospitality, by all means. Whether you like antique tractor pulling or not, you got the itch to go pulling. Go watch the show because it's really good. It really is. There's good equipment there, and I haven't really met a foul person yet there in 2 years. So,
no, we've had a really good last couple of years. We really haven't had any issues whatsoever. So we're hoping for that again this year.
Yeah, you'll get it. I mean, how do you get mad at Southern hospitality? That's what I've always said. You know, it's my whole family's from down south there. So.
We try to do our best. The last thing we want is somebody to leave mad. So we try our best to accommodate anything and take care of anything we need to.
Come help us with Keystone one time. Woo. Nah, I'm just kidding. It goes well too. I mean, you know, you have your moments. You have your moments. But it's a really good pool as well. But, that's great.
And after how many years have we been doing it? You know who the troublemakers are.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, but we still like to have them come pulling. So I mean, you know,
that's right.
It's for a good cause. And you guys you probably, when I was muted on the other telephone here, special classes. You have like money classes, if you will.
Yeah, well, of course, we're going to pay 30% back in all the regular classes. Mm-hmm. Then we have 2 charity classes. 50% payback 50% payback will go to the winner, and the other 50% will donate to a charity.
Okay, that's
awesome. Wow, that's awesome.
Now you do one a day, right?
Yeah, we'll have one Friday and one Saturday.
Right. Do you know the charities yet?
No, we let the winner choose.
Oh, that is awesome.
So whichever charity is close to them, we write the check in honor of them to that charity.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, very good. Very good.
Not that giving to your charity wouldn't be great, but it's cool that you let the puller pick. Right. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what I mean. As we discussed, you know, there's a charity close to everybody. So, you know, if they're winning, we just let them choose, and then it helps whatever charity they're close to.
Yep.
That's awesome. Good deal. Yep. I don't know where Richard Nolan are at. I was kind of expecting him to come on here. It is 7. Well, I told him about 7:30. So you got 10 minutes. I'm gonna start banging on the telephone here. But yeah, that's great. Gosh, let's see.
Anything else you wanted to make sure was said tonight? Did we say when your pool was? What days it was?
Actually, I
don't think we did.
We're getting to that.
I was like, I don't think we said when the pool was.
When
is your pool?
It is March 2nd through 4th. So this coming weekend, it'll be 3 weeks away.
Yes.
And what facility is it located in?
It is at the Old Dominion Ag Complex in Chatham, Virginia.
And what time are your shows? What time does it start?
We'll start on 10 on Thursday and 9 on Friday and Saturday.
All right.
We hope to start pulling at them times each day.
It's a very important detail that we really should have said earlier.
Yeah. Well, I have a flyer, but for some reason I can't get it to present.
It's like, wait a second. I know we talked before the show about what it was. But
how about that?
Jared's got that really hard thinking look on his face.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on here.
Technology is great sometimes.
Well,
when it works.
Yeah.
Something obviously changed, but anyway, sorry about that.
My work computer was giving me trouble this morning, and my boss didn't think that was a good enough reason for me to go home and go back to bed. So I've had technology issues all day long.
That is really weird. Haha. Found it.
Maybe.
Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Okay.
Now he's.
I got it, man.
Oh, there it is.
Got it. Just you got to give me time, Kendra.
Well, you froze up on my end. I don't know if that was my internet or your internet.
I'm sorry. They're freezing up anyway. That's part of the.
$2,000 to win.
Okay, yeah, that is. I
Wow.
was looking. That is Hitchens at the top there. Okay, that's a bracket pool winner from last year at the top there. The big picture. Canadian tractor, Michigan tractor, and that middle one's familiar.
Yeah, that's Matt Parker out of North Carolina.
Matt Parker, that's correct. Yep. Here's a decision maker sled. So there you go. March 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, 2023 at the Old Dominion Ag Complex. Don't blink, you'll miss it. No, I'm just kidding. You'll
That's right.
Just look where all the tractors are parked, for sure. But lots of fun. Lots of fun. Fast show, so to speak. I mean, you keep action moving 2 tracks. And you're going to have good sleds there this year, so you'd be good to go. You had a good sled there last year as well.
Yeah, we try to move them through there pretty quick.
Oh, you do. You do. I've been to some antique pools that make you pull your hair out. No, Delmarva, I'm not talking about you. But,
we don't care too much for pulling up to 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So we try to move them through there as quick as we can.
Yeah, you guys do a good job. Still, sometimes we even almost have time to get a steak before we go to bed. Not quite. I've yet to go up into town. We usually try to eat before things close up there at the facility. So. But yeah, it's pretty interesting last year. I forget what night it was. We were out packed, me and Tanner always goes with me, Tanner Snowbaker, and films the one track, the smaller class track, lighter weight classes. Slower, I guess we could say. Anyway, we're sitting there and we're hearing this god awful roar coming down the road, and there was a high speed chase. You remember that, Tommy?
No, I don't know if I ever do anything about it.
Just put the last thing in, close the tailgate. And we're like, what is that noise? And here comes, I think it was a Dodge Ram Charger. He had it to the floor going as hard as he could go with a cop on his tail.
Oh, man.
That was pretty comical. So I don't know how far the chase went, but I think they caught. Well, he was already caught up to him, but he wasn't stopping. Yeah. That Dodge was eating all she could eat.
Right.
It was pretty comical. But,
yeah.
That's taken away from the pool itself, but yeah, and it's always amazes me that the amount of states that's represented there, like we said earlier, and man, the Michigan boys are still tough, still very tough.
Yeah, the Michigan guys, they're tough every year,
and
everywhere you go. I mean, doesn't matter which pool you're at, they're tough everywhere you go.
Yeah, there's 2 cockshut tractors, and of course you never know what Josh is going to bring, Josh Blackman.
Yeah.
So.
Whatever it is, it's going to be tough.
Oh yeah. It was an Oliver year before, and this past year was an Oliver.
Yeah,
and he had
a John Deere G the first year.
Yeah, man, they're tough. That John Deere is really tough.
Yeah,
but that's great. And how about your crew? You want to give us some names? Give me some perks here real quick.
Yeah, we have a. Which our whole club, I can't complain one bit about our club. They step up and help tremendously. All of our board members and we've have friends and family that come help. The Sloans, they're really big into it. Tammy, she heads up the registration. Bobby, he's on the board and will do anything. Jaden will do anything to help. Of course, Brian Rutrow. He will. He does a lot to help us. My brother Benji, my cousin Zach, Brian Lester. He's our new chairman of the board for our club, and I mean all of our club that they'll jump in. My girlfriend Mary, she's been lining them up the last 2 years, and They all work their butts off. I can't say anything bad about anyone. They really step up and help out.
I agree. We're waiting on Olin. That's the last message I got. Waiting for Olin to show. That's the message I just got. I told Richard just sign on. He'll be all right. Come on, you can pick on Brian Rutroff. All right, Rutrow. I remember the announcer saying that about him. Rutrow. I guess I got to deal with him tomorrow night, so I better shut up. So
the funny part about that is one of the announcers' last name is Rutroff. So
yes.
He was
Yep, that's right. He was probably the one that said that, right?
Yes.
Because I'm sure they've heard it their whole life. Is their last name Rutrow?
I was gonna say, in their defense, looking at the way the last name's spelled, it's I can see where that would be. I would never want an announcer's job. Never. I announced a poll one time, first and last, never again.
We've got three of the best. They do a really good job.
They will keep you entertained. One of them got to drive a tractor last year.
He did.
Yes,
wow.
He did. Yep. Yes, he did. Did well too.
Was that up at West End Fair when Brian Yeager took the microphone into the sled? Was that the Saturday night of the show? I think he did that.
Must have been, because I don't remember him doing it when I was there on Friday.
Yeah, he announced from the sled. That was pretty cool.
Wow. There's an idea.
Yeah, there you go.
There's an idea for you, Tommy. Get one of them guys to hop the sled. I'm
We
pretty sure
probably-
Ray Sled's got a seat in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We probably could get one of them to get in it, I'm sure.
Probably not the mini sled. Definitely the the big sled will have one.
Yeah. No, the mini sled would be. There's a seat in there too, I believe. Where's the pulling? The pulling is coming very soon, March 2nd through the 4th in Chatham, Virginia. We were just discussing that, and Tommy, Lord of mercy, there's a bunch of classes. Thursday is a bracket pull, and several classes on Friday and Saturday. Old Dominion Ag Complex. That's 19783 US 29 in Chatham, Virginia. That's one of the pools. And of course, Kendra was elaborating to Louisville being next week, I believe.
Yes, next week. This time next week, they'll be pulling in Louisville, Virginia.
Kentucky.
Or Kentucky. Math is my strong suit, not geography.
Gotcha. Be careful.
Yeah, Louisville, Kentucky. Or, I'm sorry, Louisville, Kentucky.
Is there hotels in the area? Tommy, I'm going to let you go ahead and answer that question real quick.
Yeah, there's one hotel there in Gretna, Virginia, which is the closest one. It's about 10 minutes from the complex, and I think it's pretty well full. There's a couple more in a town called Alta Vista, Virginia. If you go to our Facebook page, Southwestern Antique Tractor Association, I've got the link on there to the hotels. So jump on there and it'll take you right to the hotels.
What's that web address again?
It is on our Facebook page is Southwestern Antique Tractor Association.
Okay, it's on the Facebook page. Okay.
Yep, I've got it on the Facebook page.
Yep. Sometimes you can just, oh my.
You know Jaden's watching.
Yeah, Jaden. No, Jaden. Absolutely. I got plenty of cameras. I just need bodies to use them. That's the only thing. I've always wanted to do that. I could put a GoPro.
Only good video you would get from the sled.
In there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the GoPro would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Yep, I got GoPro stuff. I have somebody backstage. Surprise, surprise. I want everybody to be nice to him. He's already shaking his head at me. So I got my fingers crossed he's got his new microphone, so we'll see. It won't let him on. Hold on.
Good.
Well,
Very.
hello, Richard. How are you?
How is everyone?
I can
Oh,
actually
that
understand
sound
you.
is much better.
Yeah.
And guess what? There's still no microphone. It's just the lack of two people instead of one.
It could be.
Huh.
It could be.
Interesting.
Stay away, Olin. I'm just kidding.
Hey, no.
Uh-oh. Try that again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. No.
So anyway, not to cut Tommy off here, but something new and something super exciting is coming tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Oh, yeah. Don't shake your head. No. Oh, yeah.
It's coming. I don't know about super exciting, but it's coming.
It's new
Look,
and it's coming.
you got two-star attractions going to be on your very first show. Delmarva Live will be a show that similar to this one, albeit will be 100% dedicated to antique tractor pulling and retired welder. Thanks for joining us tonight, buddy. Yeah, and I appreciate it. Straight six for the win. This guy's always, and I appreciate him. He watches all, especially the diesel truck videos, semi videos, and if a 6-cylinder wins, which most of them do, no offense to the V8 guys, but I always get this straight six for the win from him. Retired welder. Appreciate you joining us, buddy. Anyway, to get back to what I was talking about, Nicole Morrison from the Mason-Dixon Antique Pullers, literally 4.5 miles up the street from me here. That's where they pull. And Rutrow. Brian Rutroff is going to be on. Olin, I believe, is coming over to be with you as well, Richard. So hopefully that mic will be in there tomorrow. What's that?
He'll be here.
Yeah, Olin will be. So we'll have a full slate of people in here tomorrow night, and they got plenty to talk about. And Olin, talked to him today, and he's already got guests lined up. I think there's one ready to go for next month, and
yes,
from
next
there.
month's ready, and the month after that, it's probably all but signed, sealed, delivered now too.
That's awesome. So right now, to be once a month, take it easy on Richard. I mean, busy work schedules and stuff. So looking forward to that. So we will have a talk show dedicated to antique tractor pulling starting tomorrow night. Delmarva Live. I have that picture too. And I kind of just wanted to save it, but it's already on Facebook. So
I gotta say, you've already posted it
I was gonna
everywhere.
say you posted it.
Yeah, but I got the intro done too.
Oh.
But I ain't playing that until tomorrow night. You have to pay for that. So.
Jesus.
Look at
Don't
you getting
worry.
work done.
It's just a split second of you throwing your weights off. It's no big deal.
Yes, it's amazing.
I promise you, it will be a breath of fresh air. You'll see. It's going to be good. It's good.
It'll be fine. Hopefully, it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Trust me.
I want to reach out to a lot of the other clubs in the area, including Tommy and his bunch, Central Virginia, the PA guys, probably even have some of the Midwest engine builders and things like that here and there. More of an outreach.
Keep talking. You're doing a fine job, Richard.
No, that was the intro. I'm good. That's it. You'll make me talk for an hour tomorrow night. I'm good.
So how many tractors are you taking to Chatham?
We will take 4 at least.
At least.
Wow.
At least. A tractor trailer, basically, yeah.
Well, maybe 1, maybe 2. Tractor trailers, that is.
Okay. Awesome.
Nice.
We're also very excited that you brought back team pulling, Tommy. We like that.
Yeah, I see the Rich Farmer was in Florida pulling. So.
Yeah, I was telling them earlier, I had a lot of people asking for team pulling, so yeah, we're excited to bring it back.
Cool.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be a good slate of classes again. I think everybody will have a great time.
Yeah, we hope so. We tried to make the classes where everybody can at least get their 4 hooks. So
I know I'll have at least 4 each day.
Good deal.
It's not it. No. I love computers some days.
So we talked about bracket pulling, the team pulling for people who don't know. what is the strategy, the like what, because that's always intrigued me, like what makes a successful team in team pulling?
So how we do it is you randomly draw a partner. You sign up for the class. It's all the same weight class, same mile per hour. Then
Really?
you get
You don't get to
randomly
pick
draw.
your puller or pick your partner?
No, it's a random draw.
Wow.
So you pull and your partner pulls. Then we add the two distances together, and whoever has the most together they split the money.
So it's not where you're both hooked to the sled at the same time.
No.
That's DoubleTree. That's not
DoubleTree.
the same thing as team pulling.
Y'all with all your
Well, you're
ways to
thinking
pull.
McConnellsburg there, so they do that at McConnellsburg. It's actually interesting to watch that.
Hey, DoubleTree is fun. It's just time consuming.
Yes.
See, that's what I was thinking when you said the team. I was like, oh, that's the. I'm just so many questions. So what with the DoubleTree or whatever you called it, what makes that the successful puller or the successful team?
It's the same concept of pulling, except it's two tractors instead of one. So
Okay.
whichever two pull the farthest wins. It's just two tractors hooked to the sled instead of one.
And it's amazing. Like I McConnellsburg, I guess it was 2020 or the year before.
Probably,
maybe.
yeah. I
Year
think that's
before.
when we were all there. Yeah.
And yeah, you actually pulled that year there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They had a DoubleTree pull later on after you all pulled, and it's amazing how well paired that the tractors are together. You know, it's really, I was impressed.
Yeah,
Wow.
That
Nobody
comes
was
down
like
to a lot
trying to
of the
do this
drivers.
crap. They were just really,
If you've got two drivers that can stay in time, they'll go a long ways. If they can't,
yeah.
if one's more aggressive on the throttle or one's lazier on the throttle, I don't care how good the two tractors are, they're not going far.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You've got to be in sync from taking your foot off the clutch to the very end. I would
Just
think.
couldn't help yourself, could you?
There it is. Coming tomorrow, 7 p.m. I'm sorry to interrupt you guys. But there it is. Delmarva Live coming tomorrow, 7 p.m. Links will be all over Facebook. For sure. Come see Richard in his first live show. It'll be good. It'll be good. Okay, I'll shut up now. Y'all keep talking.
I like your logo. I never really looked at it that close. With the states in the back there. That's pretty cool.
See, that means thank you for noticing. That's how you handle that.
Hey, if they picked a different tractor, I'd agree, but
Oh,
thanks for the comment just the same.
Hey, you're president now. You can do whatever you want.
This is true.
I am not designing a new logo, that I can guarantee you.
It does look good. It's a good logo. Yep. Absolutely. Well, I guess we can bust on Lolan tomorrow for not showing up tonight, huh?
Hey, he got a pass tonight. You didn't make it mandatory, and neither did I. He took the easy way out tonight, so he's ready for tomorrow night.
Actually, when I talked to him on the phone earlier, he said he was coming over. So
that just means we'll have twice the BS tomorrow. That's all. It's okay. To get all his energy saved up.
Good point.
Save his talking voice.
Trust me. When I talked to him earlier, the gears are turning. Believe me. They are turning. We're in for a good show tomorrow night. The gears are turning. But, well, that's great. I'm zero question doubt. I got a lot of the stuff going on here in the background. So,
I have
Tommy,
a question for Richard. From a puller standpoint, why should everybody go down to Chatham, Virginia next week or in March?
Come on in.
Better late than never, huh? Now look, I've only got 16 minutes, Olin. So if you got something to say, spit it out.
Oh yeah, we got a big show coming. You can't wait.
We already talked about
it. You already talked about that? You're late. Okay, what is it? 42. That's good. You said 7:30. and it's 7:42. Okay. I got the yell at from JR. Okay, well, okay, there we go.
Oh
But-
boy,
He's here now.
that's
Go ahead,
good.
Tommy.
That's good.
All right, so I'll ask both of you now, from a puller standpoint, why should everybody go to Chatham, Virginia? And what?
There's 3 pullers there. Tommy pulls too.
Yeah, but Tommy's the promoter in this situation.
I mean, he counts too as a puller. He's
Yeah,
a
but I'm
competitor.
asking Richard
Well,
and Olin. Let
first
me
of
ask
all-
my question.
Okay,
We know why
I
Tommy
tried,
wants everybody
Tommy.
to
I
come.
tried, Tommy.
Well, first of all, there has never been. It's time to start. And Tom is great. As a wonderful host. Not that all pulls on host is great host, but tell you about some experience the Southern Hospitality and Tommy Bunch, you haven't experienced it. They have done a very good job. They have a very tight group that runs very efficient. They work on issues that happen. They don't wait their time on them. They land on everything. You know, the one pull down there, make waves in the track. Well, as soon as the pull was over, the split was on the hands upside down and the one shot. They're efficient. They stay on their game. Can you hear me there? Yep.
Tommy's shaking his head. I don't know if JR can hear you.
Trying.
We'll worry with him later. Anyway, don't Tommy knows it's good. But in the registration runs smoothly. The announcers, just to hear the announcers go down there one time. Am I right? Them guys. I don't know where they
Yeah,
got that.
Richard just loves the announcers down there. Trust me.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, you ought to watch some of JR's videos just to hear the announcers in the background. I don't know what color their favorite tractor. Them tractor down track is their favorite, it seems like. They got some unique and storytelling and the signboards that they have up in the air to keep track of where you're pulling at. You know, what the next tractor distances. That's a very nice feature for a pulling signboard at the end of the track. And the track maintenance has been done very well. Parking is good. Accommodations nearby are nice. Restaurants nearby. Well, Richard found out he likes fajitas in Virginia. He didn't know that. Now that works in Triple O.
Tommy was there for that, as a matter of fact.
It's that Rose's restaurant across from the hotel we stay at. I
That
think it's
was a good
Rose's.
place.
That's an awesome place to eat. Yeah.
So you get to, there's a lot of reasons to go there. You know, 4 hooks per day and special plans. Well, any travel tractor, that's a fair offer with payback possibilities. If you can win it for this, you don't have to work for it. They don't give you a plan to win. So it's not a bad opportunity in the travel world of NG Practical. What'd you say?
I'd say it gives you everything you could be looking for.
And, you know, I go to a lot of travel pulls, and it's as good as it. And as for East Coast pull, well, it's pretty much in the top favorites, that's for sure.
Wow.
We're looking forward to seeing what Harrisburg Punch does, but that's a different avenue. And it's a different, they're not done brackets up there and other things. And did you explain the team pulling topic? Did he explain team pulling?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we did
That's
just a few minutes ago. I think we was actually talking about it when you walked in.
Could very well be. But team pulling is neat. We've done that once before in White Pine.
We did it once before in Chatham.
First year.
Once
The first year when it was in Chatham.
yeah. And but I think I did a White Pine for that. Once, I think. Is that right? I think so.
That sounds right.
Yeah, I think they did do it at White Pine one year.
Yeah. But in team pulling, I've met other pullers I've never met before, but I've been teammate.
No, keep talking.
maybe
I was waving to
Maybe
people.
the focus is-
I'm trying to figure out how much Tommy just paid you for all that.
No,
No, he's trying to get a good pit
Brian,
spot.
we
Yeah, I
talk-
was gonna say he's trying to get a good draw number.
He wants a good parking spot.
Yeah, anything but number 1.
Oh, you're still probably the announcer's favorite.
I might be the announcer's favorite, but I don't have to be tractor number 1 all weekend. Thank you.
Hey, sometimes
Yeah, that was
puller
certainly a
number
lucky
one's
perk
the place to
Because
be.
the following year, I don't think the last person we booked, did they?
You had to go there. You had to go there.
Oh, small detail.
Hello, Mr. Larry K.
Mr. Larry K. Hey, Jaden Sloan's in here tonight. Okay.
But it's not 3-0 on the screen, though. Unfortunately. Yeah.
What's the matter with him?
It's all good. It's all. Keep going. Keep going. You don't need to hear everything. Keep going.
Yeah, I
What
know.
I want to fill in on that next.
You missed most of it.
Good. Well, over again.
But Tommy covered most all of it, so you're good.
Okay. Yeah.
We heard you're taking down 2 tractor trailer loads tractors.
Probably.
It could be.
Absolutely.
When his home team, when his family travels, you're never sure till the actual environment what they do.
Could be 4. Could be 14.
You're bringing your real famous photographer, right?
Jimmy,
Or is he going to be
I'm
able
not
to
sure
go?
if he's gonna let him. I think he's not coming. I don't think.
It's about 50-50 right now, I think.
Is he 50?
It's 50-50.
He had knee surgery.
Wow.
He's really not. He's really finished back.
He's got 3 weeks to decide.
Mm-hmm.
I bet if JR goes, Jimmy will go.
Yeah.
Believe me, JR wants to go. Believe me.
Yeah, can't y'all convince him to come on down?
You know, we'll try.
We tried some more, but I don't think we got. I think we took most of the fun.
Kendra, you're running the show tomorrow.
Uh-huh. You might as well just figure on that.
What am I figuring on?
That you're going to hear it from now until Chatham.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
How are you going to miss the best pull on the East Coast?
Well,
You
Tommy
know,
has a good
yeah.
pull, but I might be a little partial to another one too. So
Yeah, I mean, you could be partial.
They're
all
all
you want.
good.
You can see
Best
the
antique
Look,
pull
never
on the
go
East
best-
Coast.
absolutely,
Okay, yeah.
absolutely.
How about that, JR? How about the best antique pull on the East Coast?
I'm lost for words on this one.
Damn it.
Lost word. Does that sound like pleading the fifth?
I'm afraid to ask. Maybe we
boy
shouldn't.
Brian.
This is a
We'll
family
talk
show.
here, Hollis.
This is a family show. I don't want to know.
It is, but it's an okay bet too. There's a couple side bets going on in Chatham already you don't know about. It's okay.
Yeah. But that's why we have the after show after the poll to go to the next month. We get to talk about all this stuff, right?
The after show sounds fun.
The after show, we get to talk about that. So, we've got a monthly show coming up here, right?
Yes.
So between Chatham and Harrisburg, we get a show, right? So they would have that'd be the after show, correct? And the pre-show.
Tommy, you might have to find a conference room and pull about 15 people from your club in the after show, just so you know that.
Maybe JR will set you down like a walk around transport and do a time show for that. But the after show.
I can't.
We could probably get a group together.
See?
Yeah.
I don't know why you can't hear. Tommy can.
Tommy can. Remember you did the walk around show at Chatham last year?
Yeah, the video man has to be there for the walk around show before the pull and after the pull.
The walk around show. Yeah, I know.
Yep.
I know.
Roger Creighton was talking about putting pictures up in the post office there. But anyway, he got there.
When's your magazine starting, Nolan?
Magazine? I don't know. Probably next year. Is it next year yet? We're not doing it. I wish I had fingertips.
One thing at a time.
Oh my goodness, we got a face rub out of that one.
Said one thing at a time.
There's a lot of good polo stuff going on with the athletes. I think it's under I appreciate it for sure. Just got back from Florida, talked with Ohio polos. Polos from Quebec, Florida. There was a unique blend of them. Poland is universal, and the polos have a lot to say, and they have a lot of thoughts. But they all share the common need to get Poland together, and I think a lot of the Poland groups can learn from each other on how to stay in business. Because sometimes pulling groups have a difficult time staying in business, making the budgets work. And some of the concepts, ideas of other pulling groups saves them. I mean, look at your group down there with the bracket pull. You did your first bracket pull with your group from a little team level up to being international.
Sure did.
And others have done the same. It's pretty neat what has happened. And Lord knows if you ever double tree down Chatham or whatever. Oh, but Richard's a double tree man. He knows all about it. He done it once.
Yes, I have done it once or
He
twice.
did too. Oh, a class or two, like so. He did real good. That was Cecil County Fair. We had a good double tree.
You pulled Cecil County Fair.
Double tree.
You didn't think we got
I
around?
didn't know they still pulled over there. We
Oh,
used
yeah.
to years ago.
You get an invitation when somebody owns the apparatus to pull the double tree.
It helps. We also done asphalt.
But I mean,
Yes.
does Delmarva
Hey, we're gonna
actually
do that
put
again,
on
brother.
like a full-fledged? You guys put on a full-fledged show there for the fair?
No, well, yeah, that one where he was there. It was good.
You never told me because that's not that far from me.
Oh,
Thanks.
It's on Facebook, man. Jesus.
What's Facebook?
well, we'll tell you about it in the future, okay? we might even talk to Miss Nicole Morris and let us do it up there in the Delta. You got a
We
big
used-
water track. That's close to your house too.
Where's that?
Delta.
Oh yeah, it's 4.5 miles away. Yeah.
Remember that for tomorrow night.
Is she listening?
He claims he can't hear me again now that you're here.
No, I can hear you fine. It's the other one I can't hear now.
Oh, tonight you can hear me. You can't hear all.
Yeah, absolute truth.
Hey, that's
I can
That's
hear
remember
him,
the mics.
but his words
How
are
about this
jumbled.
better?
It's like skipping. Am I right, Tommy? Kendra?
Mm-hmm.
It's like garbled a little bit, you know.
Is that any better?
Yeah,
How about
100
that?
times better.
that's a lot
But
better.
now we got to slide the face. Now we got to slide the laptop.
See, when you get that new microphone that I sent y'all, it's omnidirectional. You can stand on the other side of the screen and plug it in. Plug it in.
Well, I tell
Plug
you
it
what,
in.
when you find a place to plug it into that tablet, let me know.
I asked you if you had 3.5 millimeter plug. You said yeah.
I sent you a picture of the tablet. What more do you want?
You sent me a picture of the back of the tablet. Usually it's on the sides of it. On the sides of it.
Good thing he's not a tractor puller.
Amen.
We'd have to take him right. He'd be the only one.
Send it back.
Could be
Wow.
worse. He could be the sled operator.
Oh no! Better off with Johnny Bonestock.
Johnny Bones Doc. He'll be there.
Oh, Lord.
So you telling me there's no plug on that tablet?
I'm telling you, I'll ship it to you. If you can find it, you let me know.
Well, that ain't no good. That stinks.
No kidding.
Mm.
I think we'll have to switch the laptop for tomorrow night.
You got a laptop?
Stick it up, turn around. Pick this up, turn around.
Hey, man, I hate using a laptop unless I have to.
Well, you have to.
Kendra, there you go.
I bet it plugs
There you
into
go.
the
Kendra, tell
laptop.
us what you got to do.
Yes, I have to.
Turn the
Can you
tablet
give
off.
Tommy show back to Tommy now?
Yeah, this is Tommy's show.
Hey, Richard, you'd be happy to know that we're bringing our bracket pull back in the fall.
I'm very happy to hear that, actually.
You've never been there.
I don't think I've been to that track, but I've been to their outside bracket bowl. Just not there.
Yes, down the road. We're going to the actual rec park down the road there. They're having a fair there, the fall fair. So we're going to do the bracket pull there this year.
That's great. We'll be there, I'm sure.
It's like the 16th or something of September, something like that.
Yeah, September 16th. Yep.
Yeah, I was there last year with David Jones. I told Richard he'd like that facility.
They got them all.
Yeah,
Chris.
it's nice.
They got them all. Fords, yep. Case, Oliver's, John Deere, International Farmall, they got them all.
Matter of fact, I got half of them in damn stuff. Oh, except that first thing. How about the Ford? Oh, except that first thing. You know that ugly word there?
Oliver.
No, that's not the ugly word.
No, I know.
The ugly word's before that.
The green ones are the
No.
other color.
Yeah.
Oh,
See,
the
Tommy
green-
shaking his head. The
Wow.
ugly one before that.
The green
They
one are
list-
the other color.
He listed them in order.
Might be the order they started. It won't be the order they finished.
Is that which green is first in green? Deutz, Oliver, or Deere?
You asking me?
Yeah. Which green is first in green? Deutz, Oliver, or Deere?
Oh boy, you really put me
Oh
on the
man,
spot.
it wasn't that hard a question.
Yeah, it was. Because I like Deutsch from back in the day, and Oliver would be, sorry, Dave Darty, third of my choices, but probably John Deere.
You see, that's a situation where he's up near PA, and when you go up PA, there's a lot of Deutsches up there running.
If I throw the rock, I could darn near hit the Mason-Dixon line. So
We can't hear good. You know, the line's under 2 miles from here.
let me speak up for you. Yes, the green tractor I would choose would be John Deere.
Wow.
I'll say it again, Richard. John Deere.
You know, sometimes, you know, you can't hate for your choice of afflictions. It's okay.
But you didn't ask me what my favorite color was in pulling. So
Obviously, I'm just confused. I don't have one.
if you ever use my email,
Depends on the day.
It depends on the day. It really does. There's everything
gonna-
outside but a 2-cylinder.
Man.
I guess we could pull a wire or two off to get there.
Yeah.
See, Tommy, that's the attitude you get when them 2 cylinders beat you. So, I guess.
Pretty cool.
It does happen. Oh, you said they're only good for making ice cream.
I said when you pull a wire on, it makes good ice cream mix. There's a
Damn.
little thing on the side there, but
And I thought I would give them a hard time.
no,
They're just getting primed up for tomorrow. I got my hands full. I can tell you that.
it's okay. So we've even seen steamers pull, haven't we? Yep.
At
There
Tuckahoe,
you go. There's an
And,
Oliver fan.
Kenzer's got them too, don't they? Pull on sleds.
Kenzer's does it too. See, there's a man with taste.
Uh-oh. I don't know what to say.
He's talking about an Oliver 88. That can't be bad.
There you go.
Can't possibly be bad.
I might have to pull you in tomorrow night, Kendra, to keep order.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I was gonna say, is that gonna be possible?
Oh, yeah.
Good luck.
You can have up to. Oh, yeah, right. They'll be fine. Now I'm looking forward to it.
Can you mute people or?
Oh, yeah. I can kick people off if I want to. But I won't do that.
Get kicked off the show.
Oh. Do we know Brian Lester, do we?
Oh, yes, good man. Well done.
Oh.
He's an Oliver man, eh?
Well, look who's in charge of the poll.
Did you see the quote?
You see that, Tommy?
Do you know how good a driver that guy was?
In the bracket pool, it was a lot of John Deere's that kept moving on. I'm just saying.
And that was a very nice thing that happened too. Always enjoy a tractor having a good pull, and all of them pulled very well. Bobby Simon did an awesome pull there towards the end. Mikey did some great passes down the track.
So, Brian.
So did Brian. You know, little Booty. Booty Goody.
I wouldn't know.
Oh, yeah.
Some of us were out in the first round, went home.
Yes. But you know what? That could change pretty quick. You remember the year before, another whole program. So
Oh, yeah.
every pool and every situation has a new flavor show up. It's always interesting to watch, so you got to get there and find out.
You look at the
That's right.
footage from that bracket pull too. That was the best you can ask for a pull to be put on. The competition, the way it was ran, the sled, the track, the whole 9 yards. Nobody was running away with anything. All the tractors were right there together. it really came down to a good tractor, a good driver, and that's where it went.
It all come down to good video footage. That's what it was.
Well,
Back to that video question.
the judge said if you show up,
I opened myself up for that one.
What in you?
he did it.
Oh man.
That was probably some of the closest pulling I've ever seen.
Oh, it was phenomenal.
Olin, you talked to Mike Hitchens.
Yes, ma'am.
What's that?
Yeah, I spoke to him.
Is everything okay? I mean,
Oh yeah, he had a major setback with his barn catching fire.
right.
And he's got a lot going on right now. He's had a lot of phone calls and stuff, a lot of outreach. But he's a busy man because he still has chickens and he has work to do. So we kind of kept him in space, and I'm pretty sure Mike will find a way, if there's anybody will, to be back up and running. I do not know what his polling plans is as of this time. I don't think he's ready to give up polling. Okay, his polling tractor is all fine. So that's what I know right now. His pickup is not.
Yeah, no, it's not so
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he'll let us know, Mike. He'll let us know when it's time to know what we need to know.
That's a man after your heart.
Oh yeah, D19s. Yep, I have that. Great pulling tractor. But Mike Hitchens is always where he needs to be when he needs to be. It's one of the things that I've learned about being a bar of Mike Hitchens. So we'll just wait and see what he does next.
Very good. I'm sure he'll recover. You know, no loss of life. That was the important thing. So.
Yeah, he's done some other bracket pulls very well over the years. With the little 60, he's won pulls with it. He's been very competitive in bracket pulls. A lot of bracket pulling has to do with getting used to the pulling and the procedure of the pull. You know, Mike come from a race car world at one time and understood how brackets was run. A lot of times he even explains to me this day, well, you know, if you do this, because this happens, or if you do a double elimination, or you do a buyback. Many times he's explained to me how these other procedures work, and I've had no understanding of the concepts of them. And having him around explain it to makes the pull go a lot easier. And I think a lot of us just learning the procedure and getting used to accustomed to the idea. All you got to do is beat the tractor next to you, and then wait to see what the next round brings. Once we get used to the concept, bracket pulling becomes a whole lot simpler and more enjoyable as you go. Would you say, Richard?
Wouldn't know. I've never made it past the third round.
Or maybe you'll go all the way to the final four.
Well, lightning strikes twice every once in a while.
Yeah. Maybe
you're confused again.
Maybe you and Tommy be in the final four together this time.
If you could only understand what I was hearing coming from y'all. That's what I hear.
Tell 'em what you said.
Get your laptop out.
We were doing exactly what we were doing exactly what we were supposed to be doing. No, we were doing exactly what we were supposed to be doing. Running our mouths about who's going to end up in the final four, how that's going to come out, who's going to be there.
Oh, is that what you said?
And all that happened there.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's what we
Now
said.
that I understand it's in English, yeah.
As long as some red tractor gets there with those green tractors, I'm happy. It ain't got to be mine as long as one of them makes it there.
Tommy, I apologize. They are sowing the seeds, aren't they?
Me too. Look at the backyard.
We like a mix. Throw them all in there. It always looks good on the paper.
Chat's awful
Sometimes
quiet,
I notice
Tommy. You're not getting any backing here. I don't know where Brian's at. He's not helping you out here, fellow John Deere puller.
He don't need much help. Look at the top four last year.
I was getting ready to say the exact same thing.
Results speak for themselves.
Yeah. Very true.
But you know what that means, don't you?
What's that?
That means they got a great big target on their back.
That's right.
Yep,
Hey,
right.
it does.
You bet.
Sorry.
them top four green ones are, yeah, they could be barbecue. Ooh,
Bad choice of words.
oh, that's bad.
Bad choice of words.
Take it, beer.
Oh,
Too
yeah.
soon. Too soon.
Too soon.
Let's see. Let's see what next week brings. Next month, end of the month brings. Yeah. We could just be buying for heater.
I'm more worried about tomorrow night.
He'll survive.
And we get the
Oh
microphone.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.
There is a fajita bet, by the way.
A fajita bet.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I guess you'll have to ask Brian, or you'll have to ask LW Foster, or somebody like that. Maybe they'll clue you in.
I'm
But he
scared to
definitely would want that. He's not being
No, I ain't buying him a fajita if he ain't there. That's for sure.
there.
I don't eat them, so you're safe.
I said that too. Then there wasn't nothing else open, and guess what? They ain't that bad.
You had a fajita, didn't you?
That's right. They ain't that
I guess if there's nothing else to eat, you're right. Yeah. Been
You'd be
there, done that.
amazed what you'll do when you're hungry.
Yeah. First time I ever ate a wrap sandwich. It was the only thing that was available on the way home from Stone's Grove at 2:00 in the morning. Guess what? It was that or
Nope.
nothing.
Don't you even
So I-
think about it.
Chicken wrap. Did I bring up something bad?
It's not you. It's not you. It's the one
Okay.
sitting next to me.
I know. I see you looking over there. So
I had my first walking taco at Delta. Did you hear that one?
something
I
about
told him I
Delta.
had my first walking taco when I went to Delta Tractor Pull about 12 years ago. Richard looked at me like, "What's a walking taco?"
That's a new one on me.
You want to explain it to him, somebody else?
Now go ahead. I'm sure your version's interesting.
Well, coming from Delta, your backyard, it was a Dorito bag all crushed up with lettuce, tomato, and taco seasoning and salsa inside of a bag. Got it up at Delta. That's what it was. Then we got them at Warstonville too. Did you get one at Warstonville? You didn't get one at Warstonville? Should have.
Clever cooking, clever sale. That's crap that's gotten busted up and they throw it in a bag and sell it.
Yeah.
That's what that is, Owen.
I'd rather eat Tommy's bologna sandwich.
Now, Tommy, you should give him the real Booze Mill special. What is a little red hot dog with mustard? No, not mustard, mayonnaise, and a Dr. Pepper, as I recall. Is that right?
That's right.
Look at Richard. Look at Richard.
Ay. The hot dog don't sound bad. You can keep the Dr. Pepper.
And don't forget the mayonnaise.
Dr. Pepper is one of them.
I can deal with mayonnaise.
Got to be in the mood for the drink that.
But
Something different.
if you go to go north, it's a hot dog and sour cream.
No
If
thanks.
you go north, it's hot dog and sour cream. If you go around Lancaster, it's ham loaf.
Yes, ham loaf is
Don't you all know how to just eat a damn
Bomb.
hamburger?
love ham loaf.
Don't you know how to just eat a cheeseburger?
Cheeseburger.
Ain't it hard?
Cheeseburger. That's a Baltimore thing, yeah.
Well, I ain't that damn far from there.
I wouldn't admit that.
I'm sorry, Tommy. I apologize for all of them.
How many of y'all is brave enough to eat grits for breakfast?
I do.
Real grits.
Look, Mississippi.
Tommy, you
grits,
shaking your head no? Wow.
So I don't do grits.
You need to go
Not
a
a
little
fan of
further
the
west, young man. Okay. Yeah,
No
not
grits.
many
You know better.
people eat them.
Had grits in Florida.
I'm glad for you. Again, give me my cheeseburger. Keep your grits. Give me my cheeseburger. I'm good.
This went from Chatham tractor pull to are these two going to come online tonight to now we're talking about food.
You asked for it.
It is part of tractor pulling.
Absolutely.
It is.
Tractor pullers eat. I'm not a tractor puller and I eat.
One of the biggest perks a lot of times at a pull
Oh boy.
is when a family or a group brings the crock pots and you go get to raid somebody's crock pot. You never know
Yes.
what you're gonna find in them crock pots.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's yeah. But it's always entertaining to go to one of them setups and somebody's on their back picnic on their gooseneck or wherever they got it at.
Yep.
That's
All
good.
summer long, right, Kendra? All summer long.
I was gonna say I don't have a crock pot, but I have a Blackstone.
Yep.
You coming to Chatham? That's great. I mean, you bring the Blackstone to Chatham?
It's tax season. I can't get away.
Harrisburg?
They're
In
harsh.
March?
They're harsh.
I'm hoping to be a Keystone, but I don't know if I can make it up 2 weekends in a row.
We're not gonna get to see the Blackstone.
Antiques just don't matter.
Well, the Blackstone's in
Antiques
the
just don't
pulling
matter.
trailer, so you'll have to come to an East Coast
Antiques are pulling at Keystone or at Harrisburg.
the weekend after our Keystone.
I didn't know that.
Man, do you not watch social media at all?
You better come to next month's podcast. You better come to next month's podcast. We're gonna be talking about Harrisburg.
Guess what? If I ain't there, you ain't going to have a podcast.
Well, good thing we invited you.
Yeah, it's you're all there. So you guys
boy.
are there the week after us, right? We're there like the 15th through the 17th or something, and you guys are the next weekend.
Through the
It's the
18th.
following weekend. Kendra's
Yeah.
right. It's the following weekend.
Swing by and pick me up.
Of course, we'll be talking
You might as
about
well
that.
just stay up.
Might as well.
Hey, you know, JR, if you can't make it, can you at least send your cohort in crime?
My cohort in crime.
Which
You
one?
had a man watching the entire other track all weekend last time. Where's your
Tanner.
substitute?
He's a truck driver.
Well, so are a lot of people, but tractor pull is tractor
I have
pull.
a- I have a- I have a better chance getting him at Harrisburg than right now than Chatham. So he asked about Chatham. He can't get off. Mike can't go. He's got to work. So because he's
You
taking a
realize
week
we're
off
not
for
going to drop
Keystone.
that, right? That's going to be a
No,
that's
that's
going to
fine.
be a storyline until you say yes, you're going.
Just remember, the deeper you drive it, I'm going to come right back at you, stronger and harder.
I told you, I got thick skin. I'm good.
Okay.
You can, look.
Oh boy.
Trust me. You do not understand. There is nobody going to come at me worse than my own family would. It can't be done.
I can't understand how you can look at something like this. Okay. Just make believe this is a tablet.
See, yeah, I can do that
You go all
too.
the way around and look. Does this thing have a place to plug a microphone in? Yes.
You ask me these questions when I'm at work and the tablet's 90 miles away.
90 miles
You
away.
got one on the phone. Yes, I work 90
I
miles
bet
from
there's
home.
one on the laptop too.
Yes,
Does it have a camera?
yes.
There you go.
I don't mind
Problem
if people
solved.
don't hear me. I'm good with that. I'm
Just think
perfectly fine.
I'm
if
gonna
people
be
don't
like
hear me
this.
or see me. I'm fine.
I'm going to be like this the whole time. Just like, what the hell did he say?
Sometimes that's a good thing.
I can hear you really good right now.
Told you, it's all about look. It's angles.
See, we've been turning it so you can hear us.
Yeah, I know. I can tell the background going back and forth.
See, can you hear me now?
No. Run, 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 run.
Look. We're
I'm
both
just
4
kidding.
foot wide. You're only going to get so much of an angle. What do you want me to tell you?
I don't want too much of an angle.
Oh my dear Jesus.
Anywho,
All right, Tommy, you have new board members now set up for the upcoming year. I think Brian Lester is your new board chairman, correct?
Yeah, we've got a couple new ones.
Yep.
Yeah, Brian Lester, he's our new chairman of the board.
And I heard you bought your own roller now. Is that correct?
Yep. The roller we've used the last 2 years, we purchased it. So it's officially ours now.
So you become more efficient for Chatham and the poll, your bracket poll and the other polls, correct?
Yep.
Yep. That's something to be looked forward to. A change in management is not always bad.
That's
We've
right.
got a change in management in Delmarva. Richard is now president. I'm looking forward to it. I'm vice president now. You know, and all he has different insights than what I did, and I'm looking forward to seeing come to happen. And so much membership, and I hope it all works out the same for you all down there. The roller coaster is a great idea for you all to happen. Roller does a fine job for you. You got people trained to run it. You already know it. That was good.
Well, kind of back to the reason we're supposed to be here tonight in the first place. That is one thing that we want the tomorrow night's show to be about, is really our neighboring clubs, our club, the changes, how we move forward, you know, the improvements, and kind of just highlight what everybody's doing, because every club makes big strides to keep things going and keep moving forward. And sometimes things go on and people don't realize it. Then took us away. Here we go back to Delmarva Live.
There you go. I guess he didn't want to change.
Delmarva Live, baby.
Change.
I guess he changed this off the screen.
But that really is, I mean, from everything from how clubs kind of try to coexist to, you know, who built what and what new technology came out where, and we'll have some performance guys on at some point. We'll have, you know, leadership of other clubs on. It's more about sharing information and outreach than anything else.
Yep. Get used to that. Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Oh, yeah. How about that? But anyway, one of the changes Richard has done with being the president, he wants to do more social media type of stuff and things of that, and outreach in the electronic era. And I come from more the flip phone side, but I do have a cell phone. I forgot to have that above that. But anyway, that's why we're doing these podcasts, and we're trying to outreach and share the information on those pullers. I have seen a lot of different pulls happen and a lot of procedures, techniques, and it needs to be shared. And so everybody has a chance to survive and have happy pulling organizations.
Yeah, what I want is I want it to be a successful platform for you guys for antique pulling, and I want to see the viewing audience grow. You know, like you say, you were talking about having technical shows with some parts builders and stuff like that, and I think that's a wonderful idea. And down the road, you know.
Well, yeah,
We're not saying you have to buy from them.
well, and that'll be further down the road because, as any tractor puller knows, I don't care if you're talking about an engine builder, an engine tuner, from a performance guy to a tire guy. Most tractor pullers, they either absolutely love the product or absolutely can't stand it. So, absolutely. So, like I hope JR thinks further down the road when it's more kind of stand on its own. That's more when it's walking, not when it's crawling, kind of thing. So, for the short term future, more kind of let everybody out there know some of the changes Delmarva's made, because one of the big pushes both myself, Olin, and the rest of the club want to make, and Tommy, I don't know how it is in your area, but in Maryland, there's 3 major clubs. Everybody has a little different rules. What we've kind of reached out to do with both our Southern Maryland people and our Central Maryland people is not necessarily combine rules, but find 2 or 3 classes where everybody can cross over. So you're not spending Wednesday and Thursday changing your tractor over to go pulling on Saturday or Sunday, and kind of everybody can coexist. But that's one thing we hope the podcast will do too, is kind of get the word out of what we've done with that, because I know for myself anyway, there's a lot of clubs out there that I don't know the rules till the day I show up. And hopefully, as we share that kind of information, you know, there's probably some tractors in the northern part of Virginia that might have thought they were always excluded from our rules, from a tire rule to a mile per hour. You know, one thing me and Olin both used to say, as far as Delmarva, with as many divisions as we have, if you can't find a place to pull here, you need to sell your tractor because it fits somewhere.
That's right.
Believe it or not, we've actually tried to slim that down a little bit because what we found is when we break the divisions up that far, instead of 5 tractors in a class, you end up with 2 in each. So we've got all those kind of things going on, and we, like Ola said, one, I hope to see a bigger Facebook and website push from Delmarva this year. Because if you don't know, you don't know, and nobody's, for most of the Virginia guys, you're going to travel 4+ hours. You don't want any surprises when you get up here. You want to know what you left for before you left home. Yeah. Like Tommy's pulling Chatham, everything's out there. You know what classes you're going to pull. You know what the percentage of payback's going to be. You know what the rules are. That's worth traveling for.
Your first trip to Brazil, I'll tell you that's what you need to tell. It's kind of fun.
Yes, that's a fact. And my first, says he brings that up, my first trip to Boone's Mill, I literally called him when we were about 20 minutes from the gate and said, yeah, I won't say that word because we do have to adhere to community guidelines, but what have you got me into? Because there is no way we are tractor pulling today. We just drove through rain and we got the truck stuck coming up the driveway. There is no way we're doing this. Lo and behold, there's a grader pushing off the top layer of the track, and 3 hours later, you might have to do a Tarzan jump to get to the track, but you're tractor pulling.
And I haven't even took you yet to
Tommy, you have a request.
Yeah, we voted in this past weekend in our A class, which is our 4 mile an hour class. We did vote in top cut 16.9s. So we've always done that at Chatham, but we officially made it in all of our pools. All of our points pools are now the 4 mile an hour stuff is 16.9 top cuts.
Well, and thank you for sharing that, and thank Brian for bringing that up, because that's exactly tomorrow night. That's exactly the kind of things that we hope the monthly show gets out. Southern Maryland, quite frankly, used to be a 3.5. You run a stock tractor, all the way back to your size of tire is determined by how much your tractor weighs. In talking to their club leadership earlier this week, sounds like they're actually going to go to some broken up divisions where, we can travel over there with our 5 mile an hour, 6 mile an hour full cut tractors and things like that. So
4 years ago,
that's correct. 4 years ago, there was no small tire division in Delmarva. There was, you ran uncut 3.5, or you ran 6 or 8 mile an hour. No, there wasn't. Delmarva definitely has changed in the last 6 or 7 years. If you pulled with Delmarva 6 years ago and you had a 6 mile an hour tractor, you probably pulled by yourself. If you pull 5,500 pounds, 6 mile an hour today, you better come ready. That's about the best way I can put that to you, because you're
maybe 75 and uncut, like 7.
Again, back to 70. But the hope is, I know there's 7,500 pound tractors in Virginia that can make the trip, and I don't expect anybody, no more than we're not going to make the trip to all of yours. I don't expect anybody to make the trip to all of ours. But like you were saying with the bracket pull or a couple of your fair pulls, if we really do get that buy-in back and forth, everybody has a couple really, really, really special pulls a year. And that really is one thing I hope out of both the podcast and our, as Olin said, kind of a more social media push. And internally, we're making a big outreach to try to make sure all our members know what's going on, whether they're at the meeting or not. Because you can't be involved unless you're involved. And you can't be involved unless you know what's going on.
Yep, I agree.
Okay, save some for tomorrow night, boys.
You think we're going to run out of talking?
So anyway, Tommy, thank you.
Thank you.
March 2nd through the 4th, folks. Old Dominion Ag Complex. 19783 US 29 in Chatham, Virginia is the place to be. March 2nd through the 4th.
Yep, and keep up with our Facebook page, the Southwestern Antique Tractor Association. We keep updating it probably once a week from here on out. So with any new updates or anything that we need to spread the word, that's how we're going to spread it. So keep an eye on it, and we hope to see everybody in about 3 weeks.
Yep.
Including JR.
I know.
Y'all just swing by and pick him up.
They'd have to come north to do that.
I know how to get there.
Yeah, if you know how to get to Mason-Dixon.
I
Get
do.
here
I know how
'cause
to get there too.
You'll go right by
I
here
have.
when you go there. So, yeah. Maybe we'll get lucky and that'll happen. Okay. Kendra's falling asleep. Richard's loaded for bear. The other one's egging him on. And we've been on an hour and a half.
So I'm glad we started at 7.
We started at 7 to be done by 8. And I'm still here and it's 8:30. So it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, tomorrow for sure. 7 p.m. sharp.
Oh, but before you get to tomorrow, like Olin said, in all honesty, you're not going to find a much better 3-day pull than those guys are going to put on. If you make the travel, like Tommy said, you really should fit 4 hooks each day somewhere. Kind of almost no matter what tractor you have. Where else are you going to travel? Stay 3 days and have that kind of time.
It's a good time. It really is a good time.
Like Owen said, if you haven't been, you should be.
And announcers are great.
The announcers will keep you busting a rib all day long, even through, as Kendra would say, boring antique pulling. They'll keep you laughing.
I never said it was boring. It's a different.
It's not a spectator sport.
It can be though, but
But
it
a lot of
takes
us
a
have
different
one
person to appreciate it.
If you listen to the announcers in Chatham, Virginia for 15 minutes, it will become a spectator sport.
And if they find out any details about you, they got you.
They
I don't know how they find out those things.
That had nothing to do with me.
They keep you entertained for sure. They're
Absolutely.
fun. They are.
I mean, what can I say when the world's greatest tractor puller is complimenting us like that? I mean, that says a whole lot.
Don't forget, I got Mr. Popular next to me. He got that before we left there last time.
It's crazy, Kendra.
That's the most popular.
I called him a star. We had him on the show 2 years ago, I guess. Before last year. No, before the first year's pool, Tommy's pool. I had him on and a TV star. The world's greatest tractor puller. That's what it was. The world's greatest antique tractor puller. Olin took that and ran with it, man. And we went down for Chatham's first pool. That's one of the first thing. Well, I'm the one that said that, but I'm sure he had something.
Blame it not.
I'll take it. It's his fault.
But they took it and ran with it that weekend. It was hilarious. Just hilarious.
Now, if you think I don't believe Olin had something to do with somehow magically I registered 2 tractors at the same time. One's number 1.
I had nothing to do with that.
One's number 9, and literally they were on the same form. Now, if you don't think he had something to do with that? I'll buy that.
Not at all, right?
No, not at all.
Oh, I had nothing to do with that. That's how I'm medicine.
You just look up Henri in the dictionary. Let me know whose photo's there with it.
You can flip a coin on that one.
I don't know what to say. Wait, on that one subject.
Anyway. Yes, you will.
Yep, you bet. Okay, guys.
Tommy's like, please get me out of here.
Poor Tommy.
No, like Brian just said, we hope to see everybody there.
Absolutely. I wish. I still got my fingers crossed. We'll see.
We're still not going to let you live it down. Don't worry.
No. I'm sure. Just remember, I have the power to cut you off.
Hey man, I have a complete set from the last 2 years. How am I not going to have that?
Yeah, you got a lot of getting back to do. So
Yes, I do. At both of you.
yes, you do. I'll agree with that. Tommy, I don't want to hold you up anymore. I only wanted you here for an hour, and you're still here an hour and a half later. So we appreciate you coming on, and we really do hope your pool is 100% a success, and I know it will be. And you guys put on a hell of a show down there. So,
well, I thank you for letting me come on here and supporting us every year. It means a lot to have the exposure, and you've really helped us out the last couple of years, and we've tried to get other people before the first pull, and it didn't happen, and you stepped up, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it, and believe me, if there's something I could do to be there this year, I'll be there. But it's not.
Well, we hope you can make that work.
We hope. I don't see it happening, but I'll try. I'll see what happens.
I don't think so. Yeah, the Delmarva group, look forward to being there. And what I'll talk to, other tractors more north than us, all looking forward to be there. It's a very popular pool you have going on. They're all strong and supported, and wish to see you continue it in every way possible. And thank you for your efforts and your group's efforts. And every member of it. It takes a lot of you to make it happen, and all the membership is very much appreciated for their effort.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
We can't have a pool unless the tractors come. So we appreciate y'all supporting us every year.
It's only going to get bigger, buddy. You know that. We said that after the first year. You know, this pool's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's happening. So. Yep. You'll be pulling a week before you know it.
I don't know about that.
We'll see. Hopefully not, though, for you guys' sake. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Absolutely, buddy. Thank you. Kendra, you hang in there.
Yeah.
And don't forget tomorrow at 7 p.m., Tommy. I'll send you a link. If you're not busy, you can come in and bust on your buddy Brian. But
that'll work.
By all means, we've baited him for an hour. The least he could do is offer him the opportunity to come back.
Absolutely, absolutely. He's welcome. I'll send the links out to everybody tomorrow, and 7 p.m. as well. And again, I'm going to go ahead and put this up here for everybody to see. This is the new live Delmarva live chat coming for antique tractor pulling here in Maryland, and like the guys have said earlier, for all clubs. And you're going to get to meet them all tomorrow. And right now, this will be a monthly thing, and we'll go from there. But it's going to be a good deal. Give these guys a platform to get the word out. So, absolutely, great group of guys. No matter where you pull, that I've seen with Tommy Agee and his crew down in Chatham and the Virginia area, Boone's Mills and stuff, and of course the Delmarva tractor pullers, top notch. Great people to work with. Always fun. A lot of picking, and that's what makes it fun. So, looking forward to working with you, Richard, and Owen, and the rest of you. That's going to be involved on Thursday night, 7 p.m. So, links will be all over Facebook tomorrow later in the day. Please join us. Help this thing grow. Your turn, Richard.
Good night, everyone. Have a blessed day.
Evening.
No, I want them to have a blessed day tomorrow. They'll need it. Time they get done listening to us tomorrow night, they'll have a blessed day Friday.
Have blessings.
Oh, they'll have blessings, and they'll probably bless us.
Oh, that's so freaking big. What's going on here? What did you do to me? There we go. Gosh, I almost see my big mug on there. Okay. Yep, we'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Delmarva Live. Tommy, take care. Thanks for coming on. And I will send you a link if you got time tomorrow evening. You're welcome to come on. And
perfect. Sounds good.
Pound them boys. Get them. Kendra, I'll be right back.
Yep. See y'all.
Everybody else, see you next Wednesday at 7 p.m. now. And please join us tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for the brand new Delmarva Live. See ya. Maybe, Kendra. I'm trying.
Say maybe.
Yeah. I'm actually really tired. I didn't anticipate to be on that late.